Now let's look at the fourth way, and this is undigested food becoming toxic. If food is not properly digested, it breaks down by process of rotting and fermenting. Now this rotting and fermenting can create gases and other toxins, and now this all accumulates and adds to that toxic load that we were just talking about. So you could be eating the best foods. It could be organic, free range, washed by Wonder Woman herself types of foods, but if you're not breaking them down correctly, they just can become toxic and become another burden that the body now has to deal with. So whether these excess toxins are coming from foods you ingest or environmental factors that you encounter or foods that don't get digested and turn into toxins, it's all contributing to this toxic load that's causing your body to shove more and more stuff into fat cells, and now your pants don't fit. The fifth problem is an inability to break down dietary fats. So our bile is like a soapy substance that helps us emulsify or break down our dietary fats. Think about when you get a lot of grease on your hands and you put some soap on there to get the grease off. It helps because this soap is emulsifying that grease so that it can be washed off. That's what bile does. It helps us break down the fats so the body can use those fats. If the fats are not properly broken down, they can become toxic and become another burden that the body has to deal with. That's why a lot of people with poor bile flow will become nauseous when they eat a meal high in fat. Excess fat is not getting broken down, it's becoming toxic, and it makes the person feel nauseous. But even if you don't get nauseous, if you can't break down those fats correctly, they can become toxic and the body will store them in more fat cells. So fats are not bad for us, fats are very beneficial to us. But if we can't break them down correctly, they can become toxic, and then they can create weight gain by the body shoving these toxins into fat cells. Number 6 is an inability to remove waste. We poop on a daily basis to remove waste. So if digestive issues are leading to constipation, then those toxins and that waste are all accumulating, making the system more toxic, and the more toxic we become, the more junk can get stored in fat cells. Now, a lot of people don't know that constipation has a lot to do with a lack of stomach acid. Our stool moves at a speed according to its acidity level. So if a stool is not very acidic and is leaning more on the alkaline side, it will move at a slower pace, which leads to a hard and dry stool that's hard to move and a chronic constipation issue. A stool that is too acidic can move too fast and lead to chronic diarrhea. But in most cases, a lack of stomach acid is at least a contributing factor. But improving this constipation is a really big deal because we need to be able to take the trash out. If you don't fix a constipation problem, you're going to have a real hard time losing weight in a way that will allow that weight to stay off in the long term.